Are you guys ready?
Marcus, you're the quarterback of that defensive backfield, and I'm just curious, you got Jacorian has really made some steps. You've seen a lot of young guys, Isaiah and others. Trayvon's coming along. Talk about your guys and your thoughts on your defensive backfield, please.
Yeah, I think everybody's coming along really well. I mean, obviously all of those guys that you mentioned, they're doing a really good job for us. Young guys that are really stepping up, and it's really good to see because they've been putting the time in, been taking coaching, working really hard. So that's exactly what you want to see from those guys.
Not unusual in a first preseason game, especially with some of the younger players that were on the field on Saturday for some breakdowns in the secondary. Is that an opportunity for you as a veteran to kind of pull some guys aside and maybe be on film work and just sort of point some things out?
Yeah, for sure. And I was on the sideline looking at the surfaces and trying to do what I can to help. And like you said, it happens. A lot of guys, it was their first time out there, so you kind of just going through those things. I think the most important thing is that you take those things as learning lessons and you really take it to heart and choose to get better from it.
What is your message as a veteran that's probably gone through that yourself back in the day, but what becomes the message to a young player in that regard?
I mean, you just got to keep going. I mean, you got to come to practice the next day, come to meetings the next day with that intent of being ready to work, being ready to learn, and continue to get better.
When it comes to sharing with younger players, are you looking for guys that maybe need a little word, or do you wait for them to come to you? Just how do you handle that as a leader?
For me personally, I try to help everybody out as much as I can. I mean, there would be certain guys every year that'll gravitate towards you more than others, and then there would be certain guys that you connect with. But as much as I can, I try to help out and always pass knowledge down because those are the type of people that I've been around. When I was a young guy, so I always try to do what I can to help out the young guys and continue to pass along knowledge.
Marcus, since the beginning of camp, that safety room has just been around the ball frequently, just got a lot of picks, a lot of interceptions. Who has been the big proponent of really placing emphasis on you guys getting after the ball, getting those interceptions?
Really, it's been everybody from AP, PG, GA. They've really been harping on it, and I feel like when you continually put emphasis on it, you're continually coaching new ways to do that and allow players to play free and do that. Then those things happen, and when you just continue practicing, attacking the ball and things of that nature, then naturally what you practice on and make habit, it'll come to life in those moments.
So much of what you do doesn't show up in a stat line. There was an interception Trayvon had where just before the play you moved him over and got him in position. How much of your job is making sure your guys are in the right place?
I mean, it's a huge part of it for me and Trey, and Spill as well. But we take a lot of pride in that. We have conversations with PG daily, just between the three of us, and just going through those things, the communication aspects of the defense and the things that he needs from us in order to get the defense lined up. So we take that to heart and we take it very seriously.
Are you and Trey at a point now where you guys are kind of interchangeable as far as your duties, what you can do play to play?
Yeah, definitely. We were pretty much like that last year as well. We both feel like we're versatile safeties who can do whatever's asked of us in the defense. So we don't really put too much emphasis on free or strong.
In your experience, is that rare to have two guys who can kind of do that for each other?
I feel like that's just where the league's been going to nowadays. I feel like in this era, there's not really a lot of teams where it's traditional free and strong safety that you would maybe think of in the past.
How good can this defense be when all is said and done?
I think that's up to us. I think it's something that we have to put our mind to and make that decision to continue to come to work every day and never get complacent, never get comfortable, and just keep attacking each day as if we have something to prove, because we do. So we have to continue to come to work each and every day, and like I said, not ever have that feeling of getting comfortable or complacent, because that's when you start slipping.
I know you and Trey want to celebrate each other very much, like whenever one of you makes a play, but he's been making a ton of turnovers lately. Is there any part of you that's like, all right, now it's my turn, I got to get him back and then score a little bit?
Nah, man, I just let the game come to me. For me, a big thing about me is I'm going out there to do my job, and I'm going to let the plays, let the game come to me, and I'm happy and celebrating anybody on the defense who makes a play, and I feel like that's how everyone on this defense is, man. It's a real brotherhood, and every time you see anybody make a play, the whole defense is celebrated, and that's the type of group you really want to be a part of. And I feel like that groups like that is when you're able to accomplish big things.
Marcus, Jack got here late last season. First of all, were you aware of the talent, and how long before you realized, okay, this guy's pretty darn good?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, being a SoCal guy as well, I knew who he was back in high school, so definitely knew how talented he was. And you know, I think the biggest thing with Jack is it's been good to see him still continue to come to work every day. He's another guy that I feel like hasn't really been complacent, and he's been continuing to push those limits of, you know, wanting to and trying to be the best. And I think he's doing a really good job this camp, getting his hands on the ball, and even more importantly, I think he's really taking to heart, you know, the little things of, you know, I got to be in this spot on this play because that's where the defense needs me to be and that's what's asked of me. So, you know, I think he's been doing a really good job overall.
You've played with some great quarterbacks. Does he have some traits that can translate to that type of level?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, talent is through the roof. So, you know, it's just about him continuing to develop those small details.
What is it about DCAM that has, I mean, he's performed very well and the coaches are very happy with his progression. What do you see out of him?
You know, a lot of good things. First of all, he's very athletic, and then you combine that with his size. You know, he really got exactly what you're looking for in the corner. So it's been good to see him, you know, kind of get thrown in there as well and go get some meaningful reps with us on defense. And, you know, with young guys, you just want to see them continue to progress, and I think he's been doing that.
Continuing with your scouting report on the subject there, what are you seeing from Trey Taylor, and how strange was it to see a Thorpe Award winner last until the 7th round of the draft?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. You know, you don't really, usually when you think of those, you know, the guys winning those awards, you think somebody who's going to be going first round or whatnot. But I think Trey has done a really good job so far. And, you know, he's another guy that I feel like even more so, he's like, you know, been one of those guys that's gravitated toward the older guys and has really shown an effort to continue to try to learn. You know, a guy that's worked hard and came in like, okay, what can I do on special teams? What can I do here? Trying to find his role. So, you know, it's been good to see him continue to develop.
You see his military background kind of shining through in his discipline in that kind of area?
Yeah, definitely.
That's good.
Thanks, Marcus.
Thank you.